Welcome to Dead on TV. Tonight's show is about the first stage in how you tune your bow. So this is paper tuning, and we're going to take you through it so you can get your arrow shooting straight off your arrow rest. Paper tuning is the first simple stage in bow tuning that everyone should be aware of. It allows you to know that the arrow is coming off in a straight path directly in line with where it is knocked on your string and where your arrow rest is holding it in place. If you've bought a second-hand bow, this should be the very first thing you do when you get that thing out of the box, because you don't know what the last owner had been doing with their bow, and it gives you confidence to know that the arrows are shooting off the bow as they should. If you've got a brand new bow, any good pro shop would have done this for you, so you won't need to worry about it. What we'll do is we'll show you our simple setup. Anyone can do this at home. All you need is your bow, some arrows, a target, and then the setup that we're about to show you. This is our simple indoor setup with a paper attached to a frame at the front. You can see the target sitting in the back at such a distance that the arrow is clear of the paper in its final resting place. Then you can tape or bulldog clip the paper to the frame however you see fit. So this is just to give you an idea of how to set up potentially for an indoor tuning situation. Okay, we've set up our paper tuning frame with our target in the background, and once you've got that sorted, all you're going to need is your usual scenarios. So your bow, your trigger release, and your arrow. However, first of all, you're going to defletch one of your arrows, remove all of the fletching, because you want a bare shaft shoot. This eliminates any possibility of fletching contact. So whether that's fletching contact with your bow or your riser or your drop away, or whether it's fletching contact with your face. So we want a bare shaft tune first, and then once we've tuned to the bare shaft, we then move to a fletched arrow. So let's give this one a go. Bow tech for this particular shot. Your target is adequately behind it. Your arrow will clear the paper before going into the target, and you want to be within 2 to 3 meters of the paper. Right, well I was going to shoot a whole lot of these and show you what all of the different variations look like, but it ended up taking quite a lot of time, and what I can show you very quickly is here you can see I've adjusted the rest to show this, but you see the fletching contact and there's long tear down here. This is very exaggerated, and that's a tail high. So I rip where the fletching is above where the point of the arrow hit. You want to adjust your rest in a vertical, adjust the rest high up. So a perfect bullet hole with fletchings. So it's nice, you've got the fletchings going beautifully sort of starring around your point, your arrow's travelled right through. Here's a bare shaft bullet hole. This is just perfect bare shaft shooting. And here's a bare shaft, it's kicked tail low on this one, so that's where the bullet went through and then it's kicked down. So I've done these deliberately with some time at my desk and made you a lovely chart. Excuse my handwriting, it's terrible. To tell you what to look for and what adjustments to make. So this is the bullet hole with a fletching, and there's an example of what a bullet hole looks like with a bare shaft. Pretty straightforward, that's perfect, no adjustment needed. Tail left, so you'll see the fletching kicking out to the left, or if you're bare shaft shooting, you'll notice a clean cut hole from where the points hit and the tail kicking to the left. If you are getting this effect, you move rest to right. And remember, small adjustments, reshoot and adjust accordingly. Everything's very small adjustments. So tail to the right, so they'll look like this with the fletching on the right hand side, or with the bare shaft. You'll see where the tail of the shaft went through. This is rest to the left. Now, tail high, so this is where the tail of the arrow is kicking up. The arrow is travelling in a manner like so, sort of towards the target. And so tail high means you actually adjust the rest up. And then finally tail low, adjust the rest down. So these are the basic adjustments for what you're going to require. With these adjustments, these are assuming you have the correctly spined arrow. So because if you have an incorrectly spined arrow, you'll get these effects as well. So we're going to make sure you got the right spined arrow first. If you go through all of this process and you just cannot get the bullet holes, then that's a sign that your bow is going to need to see a bow tech and be tuned. That's usually a sign that the cam timing is out, or that the yokes may need adjustment as well. So at that point, you've got yourself to the point where at least you know that you need to get your bow off and get tuned by a bow tech, and I'll go and see that. Any good bow tech will get you to come in and shoot the bow for these adjustments to get them right, because everyone shoots differently, and you really need to be on the bow yourself shooting through that paper tuning, otherwise it's not correctly tuned to the way that you shoot. Okay, if you've got any questions, feel free to fire them at the comments below at the bottom of this, or if you haven't already done so, please subscribe, because we know you like it. And I hope this has been some help for paper tuning your bow. Thank you.